in my studio. All right. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I got to take the grovel out. All right, so we just had the Mighty Killer Joe band. We got the horn section behind the BIg Block Chevy Horns. We got the fellas right here. We have Arno, Mac, and Barry. Let's give them a hand. All right. So what's up, fellas?
Having fun.
Having fun.
You guys are like the trio of the horn section. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wish I knew you two guys, because Arnold plays on my late night theme song. My late night theme song where you saw Arnold plays the horns in it. You did two horns in that, right?
Yeah, that was me and Wayne Cobham on trumpet, and Richie Scarlett was the producer.
Yeah, and he played two different horns. The other guy played different, but they did great. But if I would have knew you guys, I would have had you in on the recording.
Yeah, of
We
course.
actually had Killer Joe to come in, but he couldn't make it to the studio. He flew us in some tracks from through email, so we couldn't use them. But he would have been on the thing, but he's there in spirit. So listen, we're going to start off with Arno. Arno, you have some resume from the Rolling Stones.
Sure.
Robert Plant, the Uptown Horns. Talk about it.
What's to talk about? Uptown Horns, we've been together this is our 43rd year.
Oh, wow.
We've got pictures. And we've covered a lot of bases, played with a whole mess of people. You know, one of the nice things is getting to play with people who are your heroes. And
Like the Rolling Stones. Like, how did that come about?
actually, that's kind of a story into itself. So my phone rings, pick up the phone, it's Mick Jagger.
Get out of here.
And he goes into this, like, who I'd met a couple of times very briefly, but it wasn't like, and he goes into this very weird rap about why the Stones aren't going to want horns on their tour. It was the Steel Wheels Urban Jungle
Yeah,
Tour.
89.
89, 90 was the first time they were touring in 8 years. And he goes into this whole thing, and he's going, well, you know how it is, like, people put a tour together, put a tour together, and people say, why not get horns, and why not get percussion, why not hire a whole fucking orchestra, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm agreeing with him. I'm going, yeah, you're right, I wouldn't hire horns either if I were you. And at the end of the rap, he goes, but if we did want horns, would you guys be into it? We're like, yeah, I think we could work that out. Yeah. So that was that. So now, 2 months go by or something, and don't hear a word. And it was sort of like a joke between the four of us. Like, well, he was nice enough to call and explain why they're not going to have horns. And then 9 days before their tour started, he calls back and he goes, well, like, if we get you, that was in the days of cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Who remembers cassette tapes?
Yeah.
You know? And he sends a cassette tape to my house. We get together. We figure out the horn parts to some like 11 songs, and then we go down. To Nassau Coliseum, which they had rented out as their rehearsal space. And the stage at the time was so big it only held about half the stage.
I remember that.
And we played with them, and next day talk business, and the day after that, on the way down to Philly to go on tour for a year.
I was at the Philadelphia show.
Oh, were you?
Steel Wheels in '89. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that was the
I was
opening.
at 2 or 3 nights. I was.
2 nights.
I went to the 2 nights.
Right.
True story.
So you were there when the sound went down?
I don't remember because we were a little, you know, back in those days.
Well, what happened, interesting, that the third song in the set was Shattered, and the sound system overheated, and the whole sound system went down for like 45 minutes, and they had to like truck in all this dry ice to like cool down the generator. So they didn't play Shattered for the entire tour after that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a great story, Arno.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of stories to talk about, and I want to bring you back on because it's not fair, because you have a lot, and all these guys have a lot, and we only got a certain amount of time here, but at least this is going to break the ice. And before I go to Barron, Arno played with Iggy Pop and Joan Jett and Dion, the Jay Giles Band, Ray Charles, B.B. King, Pat Benatar, Ronnie Spector, the Allman Brothers, and the list goes on. So check out Arno Hecht. Where can people find you on social media?
I have a Facebook page. I have a pro page on Facebook,
Okay.
and I have I have a website, which, Google Arno Hecht Music.
And that's that.
And if you click on media, you can catch a whole bunch of videos, including the Stones.
And if you can't find them, just inbox me and I'll send you to the thing. But we're gonna have Arno back on the show. Everybody, Arno Hecht, right?
Thank you.
All right, my next gentleman, he's been on the show plenty of times before. Now, what's the right way to say your name? Is it Raymonde or Raymond?
Raymond. My grandfather, it was actually a show name. My grandfather was the great Raymonde the magician.
Okay.
Who was friends with Houdini and Blackstone.
Wow.
But my father kind of silenced he wanted the American thing.
Yeah, so Raymond.
So Raymond, I go by Raymond. Yeah.
That's cool, it's easier.
I first thought it was Raymonde.
Different people pronounce it different ways.
Yeah.
See, like Barron played with Rod Stewart, he toured with and recorded with Little Steven, and the list goes on. With the Blues Brothers, there was something here that I really liked that you did. You were with when were you in one of the sections of the Blues Brothers at one point?
Yeah. Yes, and I was on their last record they put out, which was great to do with those guys. Yeah.
What was your most memorable experience that brought you to the map, that you say that was your highlight, playing with some artist?
I really liked playing with Lee Von Helm, and one time I played with Stevie Wonder, which was
Wow.
unbelievable. Yeah, I played at Stevie Wonder's daughter's wedding, Aisha, that he wrote "Isn't She Lovely" about.
Oh yeah?
And Stevie sang his first song to his daughter, "All Love Is Fair," and he really sang it, and everybody cried. I was on stage. I was almost as close as you were, and Lee Von Helm was just magic to play. I played with him in Woodstock at the Ramble.
Oh wow.
And he was just glowing when he played.
Excuse me 1 second. The original, yeah. So the Decibels of Sound. Were you on that tour, or were you on the album with Little Steven?
I did the last. I filled in.
Okay.
Stan Harrison, his daughter was graduating high school, so they asked me to fill in for a week in Europe. So I learned the whole show, and that was great. Really had a fun time. Yeah.
Southside Johnny.
I did I was on one of his records. I've done concerts with him. I was the record with. We did all Tom Waits music.
Okay.
With La Bamba Big Band. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was quite a project. We first started recording it at Bon Jovi's Carriage House, his studio in New Jersey. Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
And you also inducted into the New York Blues Hall of Fame. What year?
Oh, I think that was 2017. I can't remember offhand, but that was a big honor for sure.
Arno, woman, you too?
Yeah.
What year? I apologize.
I was told there'd
All
be no
right.
math,
1928.
It was pre-COVID.
Well, Barron, you too. You're going to be coming back here by yourself.
Okay.
All different times. Where could they find you on the internet, everybody?
Instagram, I'm Sax Baron with one R, SAXBARON. People know me as Sax Baron. My website's Sax Baron. Everything with me is Sax Baron.
All right.
It's pretty easy to find me.
You got it. Well, listen, we got a couple of minutes left, and we can't cut this show because these guys came far away from Long Island in the control room. So, Mac Gollehon, what's going on, buddy?
I'm good.
You just came
I got
out with a
2
new-
minutes before they call me back to the Dutchess County Correctional Facility. So,
I figured that. You play with the likes of Rob Stewart, not Rob Stewart, David Bowie,
Yeah.
Hall & Oates,
Yeah.
and the list goes on.
Yeah.
And you got a new album out now. What's the name?
right there,
right
Bite of
here,
the
we go.
Street.
The Hispanic Maniacs, Bite of the Street, right?
Hispanic Mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Bite of the Street. Sound Mechanics. They got my boot.
You got your boots.
Yeah,
Now, is it true that you played with Buddy Rich back in the day?
sure did. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, that was
What year?
78.
78, my lord.
78,
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Now, Duran Duran, Chaka Khan, you recorded over 40 top 40 singles, right?
Yeah, yeah. But around 3,000 records total.
Okay.
Around 3,000.
So now, where could people find this thing?
Right there is right here. Nefarious.
What are you holding it? What are you selling in the back of your car?
Yeah, there you are.
Those days are over.
Call me. It's on my website. Nefarious Industries is that one. Nefarious Industries, like Nefarous Industries.
Now,
And,
with the David Bowie song, which one was that? It was one of the biggest ones, Let's Dance?
No,
What was it?
what happened with the tour, I played on the record, Let's Dance.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the tour because I was making so much money in town, I couldn't afford to leave. Another guy, sax player, Stevie Ray Vaughan, he cut out before the tour happened too. None of us, three of us didn't do it because we had to stay and make some money. And then Stevie Ray Vaughan had to stay and be a star on his own blues thing, so.
See, that's what I'm saying. These guys got so many stories, but listen, I really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart that you
Thanks
take
for
the
having
time
us.
out and come here. I know you guys are very busy. You get paid for appearances. You guys come out here for the kindness of your heart. Where can people find you on the internet right now?
Nefarious Industries, they got a whole big website on me there.
You're on Facebook, though, right?
On Facebook too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Facebook.
right. Let's give it up for the BIg Block Chevy Horns.
Thank you.
All right. All right, it's about that time of the night. We got to close the show, and thank everybody for coming. Our studio audience, all our staff, our guests. We'd like to thank Paulie from Nucci's Restaurant South, Ladoci's Bakery, Dennis for all the cake she ate. We had my good friend Lisa Giano who came in. She brought a cake from the Drew Barrymore show. She works on my show, but she works over there. Drew pays her more, so what am I gonna do? But she's here. She came here for me, and I love her. And whatever. You want to follow us on social media, you know how it is. Go to JohnnyPTV.com. Everything you need is there. YouTube, Facebook. I'm not on Twitter. And that's it. So I'm Johnny Potenza. Get home safe. Good night. Yeah.